To live in the ocean, all you need to do is swim, right? Wrong. You need senses, just like on land. Fish have the same 5 senses that we do. Just like people, fish rely on good vision. Big eyes let in lots of light, and that helps fish find their next meal or check out a good place to hide. Everybody knows that fish smell fishy, but they also smell with their noses, just like us. This grouper's nose is the little hole just in front of its eye, and it can use its sense of smell to sniff out this squirrelfish hiding in the reef. Fish can touch and taste too. This goatfish uses whiskers, kind of like we use our tongues. It touches and tastes its food first, and then decides whether to dig in and eat it. Last but not least, fish can hear. This feisty little sergeant major makes chirping sounds as it protects its nest. You can see its purple eggs on the coral behind the aggressive little fish. So fish can see, smell, taste, touch, and hear. These 5 senses may be fine on land, but in the ocean, 5 senses aren't always enough, and that's why fish have ESP. ESP stands for extrasensory perception. That means a sense beyond the other 5 senses, a 6th sense. Fish have a row of sensitive pits on their side called the lateral line. Below this line, in a canal, lie tiny hairs that are very sensitive to vibrations in the water, also called pressure waves. It's like having a motion detector built into your body. In an underwater world where vibrations travel further and better than light, this 6th sense is very important. Here's how it works. Things which move in the sea, like say a shark swimming by, create vibrations in the water. Using the hairs of the lateral line, other fish pick up these vibrations. The vibrations provide the fish with important information, like how fast the shark may be moving and in what direction. It's kind of like when you feel a car drive by. When school is in session, fish can use all of their senses, and with the help of their 6th sense, they can even go to night school. Using both vision and their lateral line to keep track of each other, schooling fish move together in unison, like well-rehearsed dancers, even at night. Notice how they move out of the way of this diver without breaking formation or bumping into each other. It looks like fun, but that's not really why they are in schools. Just like kids, different fish are in schools for different reasons. Most schools have a few big mouths, but when you're a bonito, it's the entire school. Cruising with their mouths open, they're filtering plankton out of the water. For these yellowtail surgeonfish, being in school means more eyes, and that means more chances to find more algae to graze on. For these wrasses, schooling is a matter of life and death. They are spawning and making babies. And then there are the hammerheads. Everyone thinks that they're bullies. But when they are in school, they aren't out to get anyone. They're just hanging out. It's the same story when barracudas are in school. But when you're a little fish, you can't be too careful. And with all these lateral lines and eyes on the lookout, school's a pretty safe place. But if a predator like this sea lion comes too close, it's every fish for himself. The fish depend on their senses to tell them which way to flee. They can even sense when a predator is behind them. You could say that fish are like psychics. They don't look into a crystal ball, but they do have ESP, the lateral line.